In Solitary by Garry Kilworth, 1977. This Penguin edition, 1979. It's only 139 pages, and cover art is by Adam Chesterman. And it's a nice wraparound. On the back cover, we have a quote from Spectator. Earth has been under alien domination by strange winged creatures for centuries. These are called the Soul, S-O-A-L. They keep the population severely limited and isolated. Humans may only meet at occasional matings. The account of the resistance to the aliens, set largely in a beautiful evoked Oceania, is taut, superbly written, and given a very surprising final twist. As I said, this novel was 139 pages long, and that twist came at page 115. I won't talk about it, but I found it very interesting. It took what was already an adequate novel and gave it a little bit more. So is this a classic novel, or is it just a good read? Well, let's talk a little bit more about the story. The Soul are bird-like creatures, and they have done some terraforming for our Earth. They have these great towers, and they maintain a temperature within a 5-degree range. Many humans have been killed, and the rest are expelled. We get a glimpse of Oceania and Polynesian residents. They're separated onto small islands, one human per island. This separation of humans is enforced by soul law. 1. No member of the human race, born a native of the planet Earth, may have contact with any other such native, by any medium, natural or otherwise, after the age of 170 months, except for the performance of mating. 2. No member of the human race under 170 months of age, born a native of the planet Earth, may have contact with any male member of the same race. The penalty for disobedience of the soul law is death. Another setting for this novel is Britain, and in particular the mud flats between Britain and Europe. Yes, mud flats. The English Channel has been affected by an earthquake. The Soul as well have controlled a flow there so that there is mud flats between Britain and Europe. Our main protagonist is a human named Cave. He is a slave of one of the souls named Lintar. Cave's father has performed some sort of a treacherous act in his role as a slave and was executed. The soul affected by this is seeking Cave's life too. Cave is expelled from the Soul Tower and his master, Lintar. He wanders naked across the mud flats, unable by law to connect with other humans. But there is connections that are made. He meets and eventually becomes a lover of a woman named Stella. While most of the people of the planet seem to have just accepted their fate, Stella is brewing rebellion. This is a fascinating study of an alien race that is well drawn in the soul. We also have a bit of a cultural study of Polynesian people. How do the soul laws apply in their lives? I found the first few chapters to be really interesting in this respect. It didn't take me long to understand what was going on in this world, what the relationships were between the genders, and how they had to live separate lives except for mating season. As the novel took a turn into rebellion, we see people starting to come together. We also see that Cave still has feelings, a loyalty to his master Lintar. There's almost a Stockholm Syndrome type of thing here for Cave. He's come to love his master. They've become friends. Cave's loyalties are divided. So what will Cave do as the rebellion grows? Then in page 115 we have a reveal that takes this novel to another level of understanding. This is one of Kilworth's early writings in science fiction. I think he does an admirable job looking at the Polynesian culture and creating the alien race, the Soul. Their conquered Earth and the ecological changes seem to make sense on a certain level, as do their rules. As the plot is put into motion, we start to wonder, what will happen with Cave's loyalties? Will the rebellion succeed? What will happen to the soul? So, is this a good novel? It has some interesting ideas and concepts and a surprise near the end, but it still just plays out as a standard good novel. If you just want a light, short read, you could do worse than In Solitary. I give it 6.5 out of 10. I look forward to reading more Garry Kilworth. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Until next time, keep reading.